Thank you to Shirokoi for your support on Patreon.
Food poisoning. My eyes struggle to open. My eyelids feel heavy and unresponsive. No, my whole body feels that way. My throat feels scratchy, hot, and uncomfortable. Somehow, I feel like I'm hot and cold at the same time. I feel as if I had someone sitting on my chest. No matter how much I want to move, my body just does not budge. All I can hear is the sound of a ticking clock. Slowly, I can feel my consciousness returning. As my eyes get adjusted to the brightness, I begin to look around. At least my body can move again. Wait, is this my room? How did I even get here? Last thing I remember was passing out in the bathroom? Breathing? Do I hear someone breathing? I attempt to sit up. Only then do I notice something heavy lying on top of my thigh. Look down and... Shoichi? Cleveland? Cleveland, you're awake. How are you feeling? Like I fought one too many rounds with a kickboxer. What are you doing here? I shuffle around in my bed at that moment. I realize something's missing. I do not feel the familiar sensation of fabric against my fur. I look down and underneath the blanket and... What? Did you take my clothes off? Yeah, sorry about that. You were covered in vomit when I found you, so I don't think you wanted to be wearing those clothes. I gave you a quick rinse and got you back into bed. I also put your clothes in the washing machine. Oh. Sorry for the trouble. Do you have any idea what happened to me? Shoichi gets up from his chair, stretching his back and yawning. How long has he been out for? You didn't show up for class today. I tried to give you a call around 10, but you weren't answering either, so I decided to drop by and check up on you. I hope you don't mind, but I used your spare key, by the way. I don't. What else happened? I found you collapsed in the bathroom. You were looking awfully pale, and I didn't really know what to do, so I cleaned up after you and dragged you to bed. My memory is really fuzzy. I don't remember much of what happened after I came home. I seem to recall feeling sick. There was a lot of puking involved. I remember my legs being so weak I couldn't stand. I'm sorry. Huh? What about? I got a call from Banter-san, the owner of the food stand we went to yesterday. He called me to check up on my friend after he found out a new supplier sent him a shipment of bad shrimps. That's why I decided to drop by when you didn't show up this morning. So really, this is all my fault. If I hadn't taken you there yesterday, you would have been fine. I'm sorry. Oh, no, you don't have to apologize. I'm fine. I get up from the bed, jumping back at my Hey! And I went by so fast that my mind only registers it afterwards. My legs failed as soon as I tried to put my weight on them, and I fell. Shuichi, who is looking huge right now, by the way, reacted fast and grabbed me before I could hit the floor. Shuichi falls on his knees and he grabs me, my face landing squarely on his chest. Cleveland, are you okay? Jeez, don't be so reckless. You're obviously not okay. You're burning in fever, for God's sakes. My mind doesn't really register his words right away. I try pushing myself away from him, but I can't put any force in my arms. My body struggles to even move. Why can't I? I told you to calm down. You're weak and severely dehydrated. When was the last time you had a drink? Last night at the food cart? Damn, that long ago? We need to get you some food and water in you ASAP. Hold on, I'll go grab you a glass of water. Shoichi grabs me tightly and tries to move me back to the bed. Once his hand touches my stomach, my whole body attempts to pull back, making me yelp in pain. Sorry, just bear it for now, okay? Once he's sure that I'm safely tucked into bed, Shuichi gets up. I'll be right back, okay? Please stay still while I'm away. I've never been one to listen to orders before. I try moving around a bit, but my body refuses to do as it's told. I can't even hold a tight grip. Before I even had time to miss him, Shuichi was already back. God, he was so fast. Did he run all the way there? Here you go. Just make sure to... I immediately snatched the water from his hand. Just looking at it makes me realize how thirsty I am. Wait! My entire vision goes dark for a second. A wave of nausea hits me instantly. My stomach begins to churn. Use this! Shuichi pulls a small bucket in front of my face. I grab it tightly as the water I just drank is violently rejected by my stomach. My stomach! Yuck. I was gonna tell you to pace yourself, but you really were in a rush, huh? Your stomach is really upset right now. You just have to take it easy so it has time to adjust. Sorry. Don't worry about it. I'll go empty the bucket and get you another glass of water. Be right back. Just as he gets up to leave, I notice a stain has gotten on the cuffs of his uniform. Shoichi looks down at the spot I'm staring at. Oh, this? Don't worry about it. I'll wash it when I get home. Once again, I'm all by myself. Only now do I realize the sun rays hitting the drapes of my bedroom. Wait, it can't be that late already, can it? I look around for a bit and find my phone on top of my dresser next to my bed. I pick it up and check the time. 13:22. That would be 1:22 p.m. for those of you who do not understand military time. And he said he left class to check on me. It means he's been here for quite a few hours already. He spent all this time taking care of me? Oh God, I can't believe he went through all this just to take care of me. A wave of guilt assaults me. I put the phone down and try getting up again. Even though it told me not to, I just can't stand lying in bed like this. My stomach begins to cramp up and my legs try to resist me at every step. They start shivering uncontrollably and I fear I may collapse. It doesn't really matter, but you like the scene better. I want to know what that fucking scene is. So let's see why McCry likes that one better. I don't care if they object. They're my legs and they should do as I say. Try taking a step and feel my body starting to buckle. Instinctively, I reach out for my nightstand, putting as much force on my arm as I could to break my fall. Crap. It takes me a couple of seconds to stabilize, but I manage to hold myself up somehow. Even though I've barely moved, I'm already breathing heavily and panting. Dry as I might, I feel completely exhausted. But just this much isn't enough to make me give up. I try to take another step, and this time it comes much easier than the last one. Even though my entire body is screaming for me to stop, I refuse to give in. I take a step at a time. I'll be damned if I still stay in bed just because of food poisoning. What are you doing? Oh. Look at the door and see Shuichi rushing towards me. Before I can even react, he's already grabbed my waist and lifted me over his shoulder. Whoa! Seriously, when will you learn? Why are you so strong? He tosses me back on top of my bed. Ow! Please put me down a little more gently. No, that's what you get for not listening to me. He rubs the bridge of his nose, his entire face scrunched up in a frown. Wait, Shuichi, have you gotten changed? No, this? As luck would have it, I decided to pack some extra clean clothes since today I wouldn't be having volleyball practice. Big coincidence, huh? Well, not that it matters now. Here's your water. Just go slow this time. Take it half a sip at a time if you can. You don't have to stare at the water like that, you know, it's not going to hurt you or anything. But what if I react the same way as last time? Just we're clear, you haven't poisoned this, right? Just drink the damn water already before you force it down your throat. Alright, calm thyself. I placed the tip of the glass on my lips and let the water run down my mouth. Oh man, I so want to drink this whole thing already. But I can't keep causing trouble for Shuichi. I'm sure he wouldn't like to get puked on again. No bucket this time? You're not gonna throw up. And you know that. I had to take care of Hakota when we were kids and my parents were out of town. Mom gave me a bunch of instructions how to treat food poisoning over the phone. I never forgot them. I guess that's a pretty decent perk of having a trained nurse for a mother. Yep. I know you're supposed to start taking liquids very slowly so your stomach can get used to ingesting stuff again. Then, once you can take a glass of water without throwing up, I'll get you some soup so you can actually have some nutrients in you. Well, I guess I could do worse than water and convenience store soup. You seem to be plenty prepared for this. Yeah, well, I had some time while I was waiting for you to wake up, so I went out and bought some ingredients for the soup. Wait, ingredients? He's not talking about making it from scratch, is he? Please, God, tell me it ain't so. Before I can vocalize my doubts, Shuichi's entire body relaxes. He basically throws himself down on a chair he's placed next to my bed. You alright? Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm just a little tired. I stayed up pretty late working on stuff for the council. You're gonna work yourself to death if you keep this up. I'll be fine, you don't have to worry about me. Really? You're gonna say that after the whole conversation we had yesterday. Here, I thought he had taken my advice to heart. I promise if it gets to be too much, I'll say something, okay? It's just that I honestly don't think it's too bad right now. I still have a reduced workload, so I was just making up for days from some delays I had yesterday. These delays wouldn't happen to be because you took me out yesterday instead of going home to work, would they? Well, kinda. I should have said no to his offer yesterday. Would have been better for the both of us. So, Doc, what course of treatment do you have in mind for me? Really, Doc? Hey, you're the one in charge of treating me, aren't you? True enough. We're not going to do anything too fancy, just plenty of fluids and rest. Was it? What a quack. I knew I should have gone to a real doctor. Oh, I can set that up if you want. Yeah, I'll drag you back to the bathroom floor and I'll leave you lying there without your phone. Then you can feel free to call a real doctor. How can you say something so terrifying with that look on your face? Well, on second thought, that's what I thought. Well, now that it's just a matter of being patient, you'll keep drinking little sips of water every couple of minutes for a while until your stomach gets better. Aye, aye, Capitan. Now it's Captain. Make up your mind already. Despite the burning sensation in my throat, the painful feeling in my stomach, and myself feeling super weak overall, I'm having a surprisingly good time. It's been so long since Shuichi and I had an entire day just to ourselves without worrying about anything else. It feels good to talk to him for a long time, like we used to do when we were kids. Although it was still embarrassing to have him dress me up. I don't know what's worse, being only in my boxer briefs or having someone you've known for over a decade play dress-up doll with your body. Just then, our attention is snapped towards the echoing sound of the doorbell. Someone's here? That's weird. Oh, that's right. I sent everyone a message after I found you. I told me you were sick and that I was taking care of you. Jun-kun and Urushihara said they would come by after class. Oh, Saya-chan asked to tell me she couldn't make it because she had a shift today. She told me to apologize on her behalf. It's no trouble, really. I'm surprised that everyone would go out of the way like this to come see me. What are you talking about? You're our friend, and what do you expect us to do? Jesus, now they're pounding on the door. I better go to let them in before Urushihara breaks your door down. After a minute or two, I start to hear the sound of voices downstairs. Then I hear as they approach, first coming up the stairs, and all three of them emerge from the doorway. Jun and Shuichi seem to be excitedly chatting amongst themselves. Meanwhile, Keisuke ignores the two and walks up to me. Hey, how you doing? After K-kun speaks, Jun seems to be reminded of the fact that I'm sick on the bed, and suddenly he turns to look at me. Yeah, how you feeling? Well, I can barely stand, my throat's on fire, I haven't eaten anything since last night, and everything I do ends up coming back out, so, all in all, can't complain. Talk about optimism. So Urad has been caring for you all morning, then? Pretty much. I guess I passed out at some point during the night. Shuichi found me on the floor and brought me back into bed. What? He managed to lift you? How strong is he? Scientists are still trying to figure that one out. Har har, very funny. Jun's laughter is all that it takes to lift the mood. Soon enough, we're all laughing together at this silly little joke. Well, either way, Cleveland seems to be doing much better. At least he's not throwing up anymore. Yuck. I didn't need to know that. He has food poisoning. What'd you expect him to be doing? Baking a cake? I don't know. I didn't think about it. Well, not thinking about stuff is kind of your forte, so I expected this much. By the way, did anything happen in class today, Jun? Oh, that's right. After Sho-san told me that you wouldn't be showing up today, I decided to take some notes for you. That way you wouldn't miss much. He pulls out a couple of notebooks from his bag. I have the pages marked with some paper. I take one of the notebooks he hands me. Oh, thanks. You didn't have to. This is a bunch of incomprehensible scribbles and... Is that a drawing? You really didn't have to. Oh boy, I need an advanced linguistics degree to translate all this stuff. It's no problem. I thought you might need these later to study. The teacher said that these would be in our midterms. Oh god, midterms. Whilst June is standing there, beaming with pride to see Keikun flashing me a compassionate look. I spoke to a few upperclassmen from the club and asked them to take notes too. I've compiled all the relevant stuff here for you. He hands a bunch of folders. Wait, are each of these folders separated for individual fields of study and they're color-coded?
But Keisuke-san, I've already given him my notes.
I know, but it doesn't hurt to be thorough, right?
I guess not.
Keisuke winks at me. I feel like I should hug you. I started going through the notes, giving them a cursory glance. Wow, these are thorough. There's a whole chapter on integration and advanced calculus. This is college prep stuff. I don't even study this yet. Yeah, I like to be thorough. I didn't know how much of the stuff you already had, so I got all the info I could. There's no way you did all this between the end of class and getting to my house. I worked on a lot of it during a particularly boring history class, no biggie. I can't imagine an honor student like Keikun doing something like this in the middle of class. Thanks a lot, Keikun.
Hey!
And June. I swear he's easy to please. I brought a couple more chairs. Suddenly, Shuichi emerges from the doorway holding 2 chairs in his arms and starts setting them next to my bed. I didn't even notice you leaving. That's because I didn't want to interrupt the conversation. It seemed like you guys were talking about some important stuff. Speaking of important stuff, Coach asked me to pass on a message. He said once practice starts again, he has a new training menu he wants you to try. It's about time, really. The training menu I'm using right now is from back when I was in junior high. Yeah, he hasn't really altered yours at all, which is weird because Mizuguchi-san and I both had ours changed quite a few times since I first joined. He's just being lazy as usual. I don't really think so. He might come off as lazy, but he does have a pretty sharp eye for this sort of thing. I guess he just didn't think there was a training menu better suited to you before. Doesn't really sound like Coach. Nah, I'm sure Urushiharu's right. How would you know? Mikado-sensei had to fill in for our coach once he got sick last year. Even though he always looked like he was slacking off, whenever we started practicing, he had this very sharp look in his eyes, as if he was watching for every minor detail. He gave us all a very complete evaluation later. We were actually overwhelmed.
Sheesh, how did your coach react when he saw it?
Threw a fit over how Mikado-sensei wasn't allowed to alter our training menu. Then 1 month later, gave us the exact same training menu, saying he thought of a better menu for us. Now that's someone I wouldn't trust to handle my training. Oh, that's not even the worst part.
What is?
The team believed it. Keikun face palms. So, yeah, I'll give you my coach if you give me yours. Yeah, on second thought, I think I'll hold on to him. Good call. Oh, I just remembered. Shouldn't you be practicing for your competition, June?
What? Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. I had to take a break today anyway.
What happened?
Nothing much. I just think it's better if I take a little break. I wasn't getting anywhere, and this might give me some fresh perspective.
I sense that something fishy is going on.
What? No, there's nothing fishy going on. Nothing is going on. Nothing happened. Just change the subject.
All right, calm down. You must really not want to talk about it if you started chattering like a crazy person.
What? I didn't.
You repeated the same thing 3 times. Alright, guys, give him a break. I can almost see smoke coming out of his head. Keikun and Shuichi both laugh as June hangs from his seat, pouting. Calm down, June-kun. We're just teasing you a bit.
I don't think I like this teasing.
Hey, before you joined the group, I was the one getting teased.
Oh yeah, how was that like?
Hell. Look at his fucking face. Look at that face. Jesus.
Well, that's not encouraging.
Good, it wasn't meant to be. Alright, Keikun, seriously, give him a break. Why? You never came to my rescue when I was getting teased relentlessly by Mizuguchi-san and Urata. Yeah, but you're sassy by nature, and they were only giving back what you dished out. June is far too pure for that.
Why did I feel like that wasn't a compliment?
Because it really, really wasn't. Hey, I didn't mean anything bad by it. You didn't mean anything good, either. Alright, let's change the subject, okay? Sure, what else would you like to talk about? Actually, I'm still a little sketchy as Al Cleveland-san got sick. From the corner of my eyes, I could see Shuichi's ears folding over his head. Actually, that one's my fault. I took him to a food joint in the old shopping district, and he got sick from some iffy seafood. Seriously, someone should report that place to the health department. It's not that diner's fault. He told me that it was his first day with a new supplier, and it was screwed up from their part. Still, a reputable restaurant is supposed to do rigorous checking on all produce and meats that they sell. It's a matter of public health. Not everyone can afford to check every little thing. It's a very simple diner run by one guy alone, and his cleaning standards are already top-notch. Alright, fine. I'm sorry I mentioned it.
I'm actually surprised that you care about that. I saw you eating yakisoba bread from the school cafeteria today. That's not exactly the cleanest place I've ever seen preparing food.
I didn't have time to pack a lunchbox yesterday, despite desperate times call for desperate measures. Measures. I hardly call that a desperate time. The measure, on the other hand. Alright, you know what? Let's just change the subject.
I think we spent more time asking to change the subject than we did actually discussing the subject.
Do you want us to go back to teasing you?
No thanks!
Just a random shot of the bed. I don't know what the fuck that was about. The hours pass by quickly as the four of us chat about all sorts of things. Video games, hobbies, music, daily happenings. It's good to be able to finally sit down and just enjoy some extra time with my friends, even if it is at the cost of my health. Although I could certainly do without Shuichi's constant reminders of needing to take one more sip. After 2 hours like this, I'm about ready to smash that glass into his face. Yeah, and I was told that if I didn't get it done by the end of the month, Oh, Cleveland's time for one more sip of water. Shuichi, I swear to God, can't you at least wait until I'm done talking? You know he's doing it on purpose to annoy you, right?
You reacting like this is just giving him more reasons to do it.
See, even Jun-kun gets it.
Hey!
I meant that as a compliment. No, you didn't.
Okay.
Don't just buy it so easily. You know, Shuichi, you really ought to Cleveland, the water. Let me finish a sentence, or so help me God. What? You'll try to get up from the bed? Sure, let me watch you fall face first to the floor. Damn it. I think I should get started on that soup. You guys will have to excuse me. I have to go downstairs to cook. Keikun visibly arches upon hearing that. Come, my condolences, Cov. Hey, I'm a good cook. Sure you are, and I'm a rock star. Kobayashi's a renowned athlete, and also pigs can fly. Well, Cleveland likes my cooking, right, Cleveland? Keikun leans close to my ear. Blink twice if you need help. I heard that. Good for you, that means you haven't gone deaf yet. You know what, I'll show you. I'll make the best soup you've ever had, and I'll make you beg for forgiveness. Oh wow, I didn't realize we were doing stand-up comedy. Shuichi leaves the room huffing in a fit. Whoa, what the fuck? Seriously, blink twice if you need any help. I didn't need it before. Now that you made him angry, it'll be 10 times worse. Jun tries to chime in on our conversation.
It can't be that bad, right? You guys are just kidding, right?
Have you ever tried Mystery Food X?
Is that a reference to the Oh.
Jun swallows audibly. Well, I'd love to stay and have some of that soup, but... Actually, who am I kidding? I'm gonna get as far away from that thing as I can. You poked a hornet's nest, now you're gonna throw me under the bus? I'm gonna throw you so hard you won't even have time to see the bus coming.
I think I should go too. I have, things that I, need to do.
You're fleeing from Mystery Food X2, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh, come on!
Well, no offense, Cleveland-san, but I saw Urashihara eating the cafeteria's yakisoba bread today. If he can eat that and then say that this is disgusting, then I really don't want to try it. And if Shuichi-san comes back and sees Urashihara gone, he might try to have me eat it in his place.
Well, our cafeteria's yakisoba bread isn't that bad.
Would you eat it?
Not in a million years.
See?
Fine, leave me to my suffering. Hey, at least there's a bright side.
Which is?
Harada's food might kill you, and then you won't have to worry about your food poisoning. Yeah. Keikun gets up from his chair, grabbing his backpack and putting it on over around his shoulder. Anyway, it's been fun. Now I gotta flee before my life is forfeit. Good luck in your future endeavors. Bye, turncoats.
Bye!
I have awful friends. Hey, where is everyone? They said they had something to do and left. Oh man, I was looking forward to getting rid of that smug look on Urashihara's face. Well, he wouldn't be able to be a smug when he's dead, so you've got that right. Shuichi sets the tray down on my nightstand and shrugs. Oh well, more for you, I guess. Oh. Yay. Shuichi hands me a plate. It has an acrid, bitter smell. It takes a lot not to gag on the spot. I hope you like it. I tried to make it as nutritive as possible. What did you put in this? Let's see, there's onions, potatoes, scallions, tomatoes, carrots, soy milk, sea slug, zucchini. Wait, back up a bit. What'd you just say? Zucchini? No, the thing before that. Oh, you mean the sea slug. Yeah, I was a little skeptical at first, but then I remembered hearing about how they're full of proteins and vitamins from this cooking show I saw a couple years ago. I thought they might make you feel better. Why, is there something wrong? There's too much stuff wrong to count! No, it's fine. What other stuff did you put in this? Not much else. Let's see, I put flour for thickening, coffee for a stronger flavor, orange juice for acidity, maple syrup for sweetness, and, I put some sports supplements as well for extra vitamins. Oh my god, I'm going to die. How did you give it a taste? Well, I was thinking I should let it cool down for a bit, right? Way ahead of you. I served those plates about 10 minutes ago and have been waiting for them to cool down. Oh, great. Go on, try it. I look down at the plate set in front of me. It's green and yellow and a bit blue too, and the texture just looks like a bunch of snot. You can see bits and pieces of roughly chopped. There's even vegetables. They look mushy and yet hard, as if they were both overcooked and raw at the same time. I gulp many times, trying to summon up the courage to try it. I look up again at Shuichi, and I can see him sitting there, smiling, his eyes almost glinting, his tail wagging uncontrollably. Oh, crap, he's super excited to cook me food, isn't he? How can I say no to that face? Shit, this is how I'm gonna die, isn't it? I wonder what's gonna be written on my epitaph. Here lies Cleveland Grover, poisoned by his best friend's soup. What an unlucky bastard. I take a spoonful of the horrendous liquid and bring it up close to my face. It is a horrible assault on my nostrils from the very beginning. As soon as I put some of it in my mouth, I feel like I'm in danger of throwing up. Whether it's from my weak stomach or from how foul this concoction is, I have no idea. All I know is that I'm over the notion of having food, possibly forever. It's undescribable. It's full of nasty, slimy parts, and then there's chunky parts too, and it feels like I'm downing an actual slime. I'm kind of glad that I'm sick right now, because I get the feeling my body is too weak to fully comprehend the actual taste of this thing. So, what do you think? My throat is burning and my eyes are watering, but somehow I managed to suppress the urge to gag. I look over to Shuichi and his wagging tail. He's just so happy that I can't bring myself to say anything. Yum. I try to pretend to like it, though I'm pretty sure anyone can notice it's fake. But then again, that's what I thought all those other times he's made me eat his food. Great, enjoy! Yeah, about that, could you go downstairs and get me a glass of water? Sure, just a sec. As soon as he leaves the room, I open the window beside my bed and tilt both plates over it, throwing away all of their nasty contents. I then set them down on the table and close the windows again. When Shuichi comes back and sees my empty plates, he freezes on the spot. What happened to your soup? It was really good, so I couldn't help myself. I was feeling really hungry. Oh, but still, you should have paced yourself. What if this upsets your stomach again? Oh, I don't think there's any chance of that happening. Since I didn't eat it. I'm glad you liked it so much. There's more downstairs. Here, I'll fill another plate for you. What? Somebody kill me already. No, I'm already full. I don't think I can eat anything else. What? But you only had 2 plates, right? That's not enough. You haven't eaten anything else since yesterday. Yeah, but my stomach's still kind of sensitive. So I don't want to overdo it. I'll just leave it for tomorrow. I suppose you're right. Why don't you have some? Hopefully he finally realizes how awful his cooking is, and I'm no longer forced to be subjected to such torture. Nah, I made it especially for you. I bought some prepackaged sandwiches for myself at the convenience store. Rats. Humming. Shoichi was sitting by the window, merrily humming as he absentmindedly watched the night sky outside. He noticed me watching him and stops what he's doing. He props his knees up under the chair and hugs him close to his body, grinning. What you looking so hard at? I almost start getting flustered, then I notice him giggling and immediately relax. He's only messing with me. Someone's awfully chippered, considering the day we just had. He chuckles. Maybe. I'm just reminiscing. Oh, care to tell me what you're thinking of? Shuichi hugs his knees even tighter, looking out of the window again, a fond smile on his face. Remember when we were kids and I got sick? I didn't get sick often, so there aren't many times to think of. There are still a few occasions that come to mind. Theirs was this time when both of you and Hitoka got sick. It was also the time where you got sick before a championship match. Oh yeah, that was a bummer. But the one I'm thinking of is from when we just started junior high. I got sick the day before one of your matches, so I couldn't go cheer for you. Yeah, I remember. Back then, Shuichi and I had just started junior high. I was participating in a small tournament organized by the club I went to at the time. Shuichi's mom showed up to cheer for me, to tell me that he couldn't show up because he had bronchitis. As soon as I heard, I just decided I had to finish my matches for the day as fast as I could. I played really sloppy, but it was still enough to overwhelm other players. In the end, I managed to finish the day's matches quite ahead of schedule. I rushed to Shuichi's house without even bothering to shower, and just because I was so worried about him. I remember that the first thing you made me do when I came to visit was to take a shower. Well, duh, your friend shows up to your house smelling like a sweaty armpit and dripping in sweat. What do you think I would do? Ask you to cuddle? You spent the rest of the day taking care of me. It was really nice of you. Is this why you decided to drop everything and come over here today? Nah, I would have come over regardless, for good or bad. That's just the kind of guy I am. After he says that, we remain in a comfortable silence. It's true what he said. Shuichi is the kind of person who always does anything for his friends and family, no matter what kind of sacrifices he has to make. You can always count on him to be by your side. Even though I've grown used to it by now, I have a hard time understanding it sometimes. As the clouds shift in the sky, the moon starts getting covered and the light begins to wane. As if on cue, Shuichi gets up from his chair and walks over to me. He presses his hand against my forehead and holds the other one against his own. Your fever's gone down, that's good. I guess you should be all better by morning. All thanks to you, really. His hand goes from my forehead to the top of my head and he starts stroking me slowly. While I'd usually be tempted to push his hand off, this time I feel comfortable enough to just sit there and enjoy the attention. We stay like this for a few minutes, his warm hand softly ruffling the fur on my head is soothing. I can almost drift off to sleep right then and there. Eventually, as I start to doze off while sitting upright, I feel a pat on my shoulder. It's starting to get pretty late. I think you should be fine to go to class tomorrow, so it's better if we call it a night here. Yeah, I guess so. Are you going to head home now? Actually, I was thinking of spending the night here, if that's okay with you. It's pretty late for me to be going home, plus I'd like to keep an eye on you for the night anyway. Sure, I've been inviting you to spend the night for a while anyway. Yeah, I guess I'll finally take you up on that offer. I'll just take a bath before I go to sleep. I also need to take a bath. Last time I did before I left for school yesterday. It's overdue already. Oh good, you noticed it on your own. I was worried I'd have to drag you into the bathroom and drown you in the tub. For the record, still not the worst way to die. Really? What do you think that would be the worst than drowning in the tub? Eating your soup. Oh, fuck! Ah, you set the futon for me. Thanks. It's no biggie. By the way, what are you going to do about your school uniform tomorrow? I'll just wake up a little earlier than usual and head home to fetch a clean one. Okay. If I don't wake up at the same time as you, just take the extra copy of the keys with you, and when you lock the door, you can give them back to me at school tomorrow. You still plan on going? Well, yeah, I feel fine. Plus, I can't miss 2 days in a row, and I need to practice. Shuichi shifts his weight around from one leg to the other, repeatedly looking uncomfortable. I don't know if I like the idea of you going back to practice so soon after getting sick. Don't worry, Mom. I told you, I'm already feeling fine. The only reason I was so weak is because of the dehydration. Plus, I've already missed 2 days of practice because of the fumigation debacle. True, but... fine. I don't want to be overdramatic or pushy. I'll just drop it. Thank you. I throw myself at the bed. I spent an entire day lying around like this. I want to actually do something. Well, if you're okay with not getting any sleep and being too tired to study tomorrow, let alone practice, you could, I don't know, play video games all night long. Okay. What? No! I get up, walking over to him and giving him a tap on the shoulder. I have to say, you really do have some great ideas every now and then. I was joking! I don't care. I start making my way downstairs. Come back here, you've got to get to sleep. Nope. Make my way downstairs, turning on the lights in the living room, turning my game console on, and flopping down onto the couch. Come on, you can't be serious. Shuichi followed me downstairs, staring at the TV screen in dismay. Cleveland, come on, you need to rest. I spent the entire day resting. I haven't done anything today. And it's only 10:45? The hell? I don't even go to sleep at 10:45. Neither do I, but that's just because you're feeling better doesn't mean you are better. You still need time to recover. Shoichi, I'll be fine. 30 minutes of playing video games isn't going to turn me into a zombie due to lack of sleep. Stop being so fussy. Well, I'm not being fussy. Shuichi, I don't know how to tell you this, but you turned into your mother. What? No. I have nothing like my mother. She's bossy and demanding, and she fusses about every little thing. Oh, and her cooking. She's a horrible cook. She'd come up with all these nasty concoctions and that she thought would make us feel better when we were sick. Oh my God. Yes? I am my mother. Shuichi sits down on the couch next to me, still gaping, massaging the sides of his head with his hands. You alright there? What? Oh, yeah. It's just that... Oh, God. I was trying so hard not to turn into my father, I didn't even think something like this could happen. Hey, it's okay. I mean, you're a little fussy. So what? That just means you always have your friends and family in mind, and that's sweet. Maybe. God, I don't even know what to say. Well, you could... Except I do. Screw this, let's play video games. He grabs the Player 2 controller and sits back down on the couch with the speed of a sprint runner. Well, that was easy. As I navigate the menus and put on a game for two of us to play, Shuichi pokes me in the side of the stomach, grinning. At least I'm not a bad cook like my mom. Imagine how awful that would be. So close.